A lot of people are blaming the unrest in Libya for high gas prices right here in the U.S. It's having quite the impact on travel plans for people. Cambi Brown is live in Central Bakersfield this morning with some tips for travelers. Hey, good morning, Cambi.
Good morning, Layla. You know, that's right. We complain about the prices at the pump, but it's affecting people who are traveling by air or traveling on a cruise ship. So let's get right into this. Is this the time to buy right now, or is there the potential for the prices to actually go down in the future?
There's always that possibility of airline tickets going down, but you want to start looking now and start checking to see what airfare rates are running, times, things like that. Things I always keep in mind, you always want to be flexible. If you have flexibility in your dates of travel, that really helps out a lot, because one day might be sold out, but another day might be available.
And a lot of people travel for the holidays. Could they compare the price that they paid last year to see about how they're running right now?
Yeah, they could do that, because airline tickets are you're probably talking about anywhere between $50 to $75 a person that it's going up.
Okay.
Yeah, fuel charges are really kicking in now, so it's something to be aware of.
And this is happening for people who have already booked cruises as well. Can you kind of explain that?
Yeah, basically what's happening is the price of the barrel of fuel for cruise ships, if it hits $70 a barrel, the cruise lines are adding a surcharge per day of about $9 a day per person. And they'll add it onto your cruise fare, or they'll add it onto your shipboard account. So that's coming on. It's getting close, so we're looking to see that happening real soon.
Okay, let's say someone is planning on traveling to Brazil in September. About what price should they be hoping to get?
Well, hoping to get would probably be around $1,000 to $1,200 a person, just for the airfare alone.
Okay, and is that pretty standard?
Well, it just depends on the season again. You know, if you go in a low season, we've seen it as low as $500-600.
Okay.
But during a high season, it could go up as high as $1,200.
Okay, so it's also depending on when you're traveling. A lot of risk in buying the airline tickets now, because we don't know if gas prices are going to skyrocket, or if eventually they're gonna come down. So it's a big gamble for people out there traveling. Layla?
Well, we'll certainly cross our fingers that the prices will go back down. All right, Cambi Brown, thanks so much.
Gas prices continue to skyrocket as the price of oil hovers around $100 a barrel, and it's hitting the travel industry hard. Cambi Brown's live in Central Bakersfield. And Cambi, we are not just talking about car travel here. We're talking about all forms, correct?
Yeah, that's right. And especially people who, you know, the economy has started to improve. People might be looking to vacation, although now those gas prices might be changing that. A lot of times people look for the package deals, you know, the air, the hotel, everything together. But right now, if you're planning a vacation, kind of the main thing that you want to look at is airfare, right? How does that work, Julie?
Basically, you want to try to lock in your airfare, and then you could start looking at the hotels. Basically, what's happened with airfare, too, is the airlines have cut back on flights because of fuel. So if there was 5 flights a day going, now there's only maybe 2 flights a day going. So there are less number of seats on the plane. So you want to try to get that locked in and get it confirmed up, and then you can seriously consider what the hotel is.
And with less number of seats, we're talking more money that they're going to be charging because they don't have as many seats available. If people are more flexible with their schedule, that can help, right? That's why to go airfare first?
Tremendously a big help. And plus, if you can go during the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays are usually your lower travel days. If you're locked into a Saturday to Saturday or Sunday to Sunday, that's high travel days. So the availability of seats are going down.
Okay, so if people are looking to go on vacation, about how much more are they going to be expected to pay right now?
Well, as far as airfare goes, I've been noticing that it's been going up anywhere from $100 to $150, some cases $200. If it's anywhere around the holidays, you're paying premium pricing. That's already on the books.
You know, holidays are a time that a lot of people travel. Should people be looking at getting their flights now, or should they kind of ride this out with the gas prices?
Well, I really think they should start checking into it, seriously checking into it, and just looking at the price. If they think that, you know, it's a good deal, absolutely buy it, because it's probably not going to go down. I don't see, these gas prices are going up and up and up. There's no way it's going to go any lower soon.
Should people, let's say they know they're going to be traveling during Christmas time, should they look at waiting until August, September to see, or is now the time to buy?
Now's really the time to start looking at that. August, September, it might be sold out. I'm looking at flights already, that there are some flights already that are sold out.
Where are those locations that they're sold out to?
Well, I'm looking at really like Hawaii for Thanksgiving, LAX to Maui round trip. You're talking over $900 for a ticket, one ticket.
And how much does that normally normally run?
Well, you can get it for like $700.
Okay, so $200 more. So it's not good news if you're traveling, but there are ways to make it cheaper if you have flexible travel days. So hopefully people who are going out of town will have that. John?
All right, Cambi, thank you very much.
A lot of people are blaming unrest in Libya for high gas prices here in the U.S. It's having quite the impact on travel plans for a lot of people out there. Cambi Brown is live in Central Bakersfield with some tips for the travelers. Hey, Cambi.
Hey, good morning, Layla. That's right. You know, people who have booked vacations already, they're probably sitting pretty right now because they got in before these high gas prices. About how much more are people going to be paying right now?
Anywhere between $100 to $200 a person.
Okay, one of our producers is going to Hawaii on her honeymoon. She says they booked the tickets and then like 2 weeks later they looked at the price and it was almost $200 more. Are you hearing more people talking about that?
Yes, I've actually had people who have said they won't go because the air pricing is so high.
Okay.
It's really affecting everything overall.
And that's kind of where people need to start when they are planning their vacation?
Yes, definitely. Well, when we look at a package, we look at the whole thing. We look at the airfare, we look at the hotel, the car rentals, everything overall. So we try to get the lowest price we could possibly get.
Are you finding that the package deals are still staying the same in terms of price? They're still trying to lure people in, or is it going up as well because of the airfare?
Well, a lot of our packages that we have, they have contracted air where they've contracted before the pricing of gas went into effect. So if those are still available, that's a good deal. But once those sell out, the rates are going to skyrocket.
Okay, so I know a lot of people use the internet to get their prices for airfare, but that's different than the contracted prices that like travel agents get or people who get the package deals. So how does that work if someone wants to comparison shop?
Well, they can compare on the internet and see what they get, and then they can always call the travel agents and let us know, hey, this is the rate we got, let's look at it, we'll check and do a comparison. A lot of differences between an internet airfare and a contracted rate, because sometimes you can get an insurance that would allow you to get a refund on it, where an internet airfare, it's non-refundable.
Okay, how much can you possibly save with a contracted rate?
In some cases, I've seen it as much as $100 to $200.
What's the benefit of the airlines doing it? It seems like they would kind of either lose, well, I guess they have the opportunity to either lose a lot of money or gain a lot of money, right?
Right, exactly. But if they have contracted rates with tour companies, they know their seats are going to get full, and the plane is going to go out full.
Okay, but they are kind of not having as many flights a day now, right?
Exactly. Across the board. It started probably about 2 years ago. They started cutting back flights. When fuel first started to go up, all flights all started getting cut back.
Okay, and we saw this in 2008. We'll talk about that a little bit later, guys, in our next segment, about how back in 2008 when the gas prices went up, we kind of went through this same thing again, and then the gas prices ended up going down. So it's really a gamble on when you buy your tickets. But right now, the earlier, the better it's looking like. Layla?
All right, good tips. Cambi Brown, thanks so much.
Now, gas prices continue to skyrocket as the price of oil hovers around $100 a barrel. It's hitting the travel industry, though, especially hard. Cambi Brown is live in Central Bakersfield this morning with some tips on this travel. And Cambi, we're not talking about just traveling by car. It's boats, planes, everything, right?
Yeah, exactly. It really is everything. Although I haven't seen the prices for Amtrak yet go up a lot. So that could be people saving grace if they're going somewhere close by. I know at least from Bakersfield to Sacramento, we're still looking at the same prices as it was before the tickets went up. Now, back in 2008, we kind of had the same thing happen. Gas prices rose. People didn't know whether to buy their ticket and not. And then a lot of people kind of got a bad deal because they bought their ticket when the gas prices were really high. And all of a sudden, the tickets went down by like $100, $200. So in case that happens now, what can people do if they do buy now and then come September, October, those prices go down?
Well, the tickets can be changed. However, the airlines will charge you a $150 change fee. Some cases it can be up to $200. So you have to make sure it's a significant savings that it's going to take care of that change fee.
Those darn airlines, they just want to make money no matter how they could do it. They want to make it happen. So what should people be doing right now if they're looking at traveling within the next year? Because you can buy your ticket a year in advance.
That is correct. It's actually up to 11 months in advance you can buy an airline ticket.
Okay.
So definitely you want to check it. Start checking. You can call the travel agency. I do airline tickets, so you can call me. And or you can look on the internet and you can check it out just to start pricing and seeing what it is. Look at your schedule. Be flexible. Absolutely. Try to be as flexible as you can with your dates. And try to travel on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and a Thursday.
And because because these prices are so high right now for air travel, for gas prices, where should you start? Do you want to start looking at air first?
Well, it depends on where you're going. If you're going to do a package, definitely you want to look at the whole package deal. If you're just looking at airfare, then yes, you want to just start looking at the airfare.
You know, sometimes those package deals, they try and make it seem like you're saving so much money, but really I'll sometimes check the airfare on those and realize that I'm really not getting that good of a deal. How can you make sure that you are, you know, saving the most money?
Well, in terms of money, maybe it might be a little bit more expensive in terms of the airfare, but on the flip side of it all, you may be having a contracted airfare where you can buy insurance, where you can get your money back if something happens.
Okay, and explain again what a contracted airfare is.
A contracted airfare is where a tour company has contacted the airlines, and they have a group, like a group rate, and they will go ahead and have it at this particular rate, and it's locked in for that rate. It won't go up, it won't go down, but yet it's contracted and it's a refundable rate as long as you have the insurance.
Okay, but it is a gamble because you just don't know.
You just don't know. It's a gamble. That definitely is true.
Okay, all right, but flexible on your date seems to be the best way to go. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Don't forget that. John?
All right, Cambi, thanks.